I'm a cisgendered, queer, identified woman, and my pronouns are she, her, hers, they, and their.
I'm a trans boy, and I use male pronouns like he, his, him.
I am a transgender man, and I use he, him pronouns.
Each of these students is on a path to self-discovery, understanding their gender identity. They are the every student who's trying to come to terms with a gender identity that may be perceived in conflict with what has been normalized as the appropriate way to dress, act, behave, and express themselves.
It came to the self-portrait, and Peter and I were looking, and we just kept looking, and we just kept looking, and we didn't see our little boy's self-portrait.
I came out to my parents at first when I was 8. Like, that's just what I told them. And then when I was 10, was I 10? Mm-hmm. When I was 10, I came out to all of my friends in school.
There was our little boy with long blonde hair, the longest eyelashes you could die for, hoop earrings, couple of hoops, I think. And I think we kind of were like, huh?
For some of us, the sex and the gender that we're assigned matches with, and we, like, in our heart and in our brain, we're like, that's me. And I would identify that person as a cisgendered person. And for some of us, we're like, I don't really identify with these sets of expectations. And you might still be a cisgendered person, and for some of us, we might be gender nonconforming, transgender, and opt to have ways to match our heart and our brain with the outside.
These students, they're forced to live a double consciousness. They don't see themselves reflected in your curriculum. The school policy doesn't protect them if and when they experience violence at school. They're separating, they're struggling.
Some of the concerns the students have brought to me are certainly thoughts of suicidal ideation, which is very concerning for our mental health staff, and then a little bit more fielding comments from other kids that they don't necessarily know how to respond to, or want to respond to, or should have to respond to.
When we don't actually name the different identities in our classrooms, we can create what I call identity erasure.
Once the school said no to Sammy, Sammy said no to school. And I think she felt it didn't respect her, and so she really didn't respect it.
I think the more the staff knows and understands about gender and what it means, the better protected the school is as a whole.
Not only the teachers need to be trained, but non-teachers within the school, I think it's really important, because most of the bullying that does go on and the harassment that goes on in the playgrounds and in the lunchrooms and in the hallways, which is not where these teachers are.
With an estimated 150 to 200,000 self-identified trans youth in schools, we have a lot of work to do. But you can and will change those stories.
I just hope that kids can feel comfortable in their school, and that I think that someday that's gonna be how it is for everyone.